Over the last decade, Snohomish County saw nearly 20% of all heroin deaths in Washington, despite representing only 10% of the state's population. And this summer, the county has seen overdoses spike nearly 300% in less than a month's time. But medication-assisted treatment of opioid addiction can slash the risk of opioid overdose deaths in half. That is according to the National Institutes of Health. So it's just one of the reasons the Tulalip Tribe plans to open a clinic large enough to treat 150 people, open to everyone, not just tribal members. Fox 13 News reporter Steve Kiggins tells us the facility could open as soon as November, but only if critical job openings at that clinic are filled in time.
The landscaping nearly complete, except for some odds and ends inside. This facility, tucked behind Kilsita Creek Casino, is all but ready for patients.
Like most communities that are struggling through this fentanyl opioid epidemic, you're in anguish, and there's no other word to describe it.
Tulalip Tribe Vice Chair Misty Napiahi says her community, like so many others, has been plagued by opioids and overdose. What began as a crisis with heroin years ago, then moved to prescription pills. Today, it's illicit fentanyl. Napiahi says no community is safe, but job openings for a clinical administrator and medical director have gone unfilled for 9 months. She believes it's due to labor shortages. Only after those positions are filled can they start this clinic. Napiahi says those hires can't come soon enough.
We just recently buried a 22-year-old on his 22nd birthday from a drug overdose, and to watch the loss in the community, how it makes us all real. It makes you question what you're doing, question what we're doing with an entire generation. That's being lost across the country. This is not an isolated issue.
The clinic plans to treat patients using methadone. The drug reduces or eliminates withdrawal symptoms, keeps opioid users from getting high, and cuts their cravings. Dosing rooms like these is where patients undergo medically supervised withdrawal and maintenance. At first, they'll have to return daily for treatment. The clinic also offers case managers and use disorder counselors on site. Napiahi says they must care for the person and their disease.
Coming out of this addiction, right, it's like climbing Mount Everest with no tools. And so we have to give them the ice pick and teach them to not look at the whole mountain, just look at where you're at right now.
Eventually, she says the clinic could offer dental services and expand the number of patients it can serve. It's a place, Napiahi dreams, patients can find what's been missing for too long. A reason for hope and a life with purpose.
But there's a whole nother population of young people who are orphaned because of this epidemic, who don't only have one parent at home now, or that they've lost that parent to drugs too. I mean, this is something that's happening in our community. And really the only tool we have left is to educate them that you've lost your parents to this. You don't have to go down this road.
Steve Kiggins, Fox 13 News.